For the homework estimating square roots, we have a grid on the left here, which allows us to kind of make perfect squares if we need to. We need a calculator. And what we're going to do is we're going to establish some perfect squares, and then we're going to estimate non-perfect squares by using those perfect squares. So here we have a 2 by 2 square. We're going to get 4, and the side length is going to be square root 4, which is 2. 3 by 3 is going to give us a side length of 3. The area is going to be 9, so if I'm not sure, I can draw out my 3 by 3 square, and I can calculate 9 squares. And the side length is going to be square root 9, which is equal to 3. And then the 4 by 4 is going to have a side length of 4, so 4 by 4 square. When I draw it in, it has 16 squares when I count it up. And so a side length, I take 16 and I square root it. So what we can do then is we can use that to figure out, estimate side lengths of non-perfect squares. So the square root of 4 is 2. The square root of 9 from our table above is 3. The square root of 16 is 4. So it must be the square root of 10. We're going to estimate somewhere between 3 and 4. So square root 10 is between square root 9 and square root 16. And it looks like it's probably closer to square root 9, which is going to be 3, and closer to 3 than 4. So we know that square root 10 is somewhere between 3 and 4, probably closer to 3. So if we estimate this, we get 9.61. If we square 3.1 on our calculator, squaring 3.2 on our calculator, we're going to end up with 3.2 squared. We end up with 10.24, so that's too high. So we know that is somewhere in between 3.1 and 3.2. So square root 10 is going to be approximately 3.2. We can just say that's 3.2. Okay, and anything in between 3.1 and 3.2 would be a good estimate. Okay, so we want to calculate using our calculator, and we want to round the answer. Okay, and we can start doing some of these calculations. They talk about one thing, the symbol here just means approximately. We also write that as approximately as something like that. Sometimes we use this symbol. Okay, that would mean the same thing. It's approximately equal to. So I want you to do some approximations. You can use the calculator and then round your answers. And then you want to do the reflection.